Alright, this is part 3 of my comparisons. We have, this is Prime Dead End, but he is a Wheeljack mold. We have Beast Hunters, Wheeljack. I've got Siege, Earthrise, Wheeljack, and I've got Bumblebee Movie Wheeljack. Before we continue on with my comparisons, if you guys know of any videos where I did this and I have more than 2 versions of a character, remind me if you don't see them in any of these videos where I'm doing all the comparisons. Let's get these guys in vehicle mode. Okay, so I've got, I can't remember his name right now, but he is Wheeljack mold. Dead End, I want to say. Then here is Wheeljack, Prime Wheeljack in his Beast Hunter's form. Then we have the Siege Earthrise mode. Now, I know in robot mode you can't really see all this stuff, but I like how they got all the little detailing on there, and Praxis has nice references. And then we have the Bumblebee Cybertronian Wheeljack that is not quite properly transformed, but we're going to leave that alone. And just like you can see how their robot modes are drastically different, their vehicle modes are really different. Like the Prime one is all ninja'd out and all sharp lines and just really, you know, concept car looking. But the Siege one is a really good representation of its old G1 self. I really like the way this guy looks. And I might have issues with the Bumblebee movie one, but he does do some cool transformation tricks and stuff, and like, I'm gonna keep him. All right, that's the Wheeljackson robot and vehicle mode. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so here is the original Cybertron Hotshot. Here is Transformers Prime Hotshot, which is a repaint of Transformers by Bumblebee. This is Transformers Beast Hunters Bumblebee because he is using the same base mold as the Bumblebee from Transformers Prime. And here is Legacy Hotshot. So there are all the Hotshots that I have. There are other Hotshots out there, and I wouldn't mind getting them, but I just can't right now. So these are the Hotshots. I've got the original Cybertronian Hotshot. I've got Transformers Prime. I've got Legacy's Hotshot. And we will also bring in the Beast Hunters Bumblebee molds so we can see how these guys all look together. Let me bring in the other Mirage molds that I have. Here is Siege Mirage. And yes, this is Crasher, but in her original use, she was Classics Mirage. So really, if you're looking for a really accurate Mirage, you really should go for the long, lanky Classics one. But that one could be kind of pricey. The Siege one isn't too bad. And you know what? The Combiner War one isn't too bad either. So, I've got Classics Mirage in the Crasher colors. I've got Combiner Wars Mirage. And I've got Siege of Cybertron, War for Cybertron, whatever, Mirage. And as you can see, they're all fairly similar enough. These two really are the more accurate to the real world design, especially the Classics Mirage. But this one's not too bad as a Cybertronian dragster thing, you know? Yeah. Alright, so I've got Six-Shot and Brunt here in their robot modes, and I know they weren't friends at all, but they were counterparts to each other, you know? Metroplex had Six-Shot and Trypticon had Brunt, and it's interesting to see how the Decepticons do their weapons masters, or their weaponizers, or whatever you want to call them. You know, the Six-Shot, he's got lanky kind of proportions, and, you know, kind of heroic, and Brunt is just this big old beefsteak of just beat crap up, really. Let me bring in Six-Shot and get a side-by-side comparison, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing a fight go on between these two guys. That is kind of cool, actually. I really do enjoy that. Alright, so I'm shooting this as part of the, this is the different Strongarms for variants. And I want to point out that the newer one, you can actually flip the doors around so you can get kind of the door wing thing off of the Minicon version. And the original IRD version, if you want, you can open up these panels and hold her arms up in front of her face to get kind of a shield thing going on. I like that. So, alright. So here's the 3 Strongarms in their vehicle modes. It's funny how the older one is so much bigger than the newer one, but the newer one compacts everything down a lot better, and the older one has a lot of empty space. And the newer one shares several transformation ideas with the mid-scale one. It's kind of like the evolution was the Warrior class, the Minicon, and then the Legacy, and you can see how they improved on the transformation design. It's really cool to see. So these are some Dark of the Moon Cyberverse scale figures. This is Cyberverse Commander class Guzzle and Flak and Jacket. Yes, they're heavily customized, but they do look really good together. So let's go ahead and keep going and get them into their robot modes. So I've got here Flak and Jacket and Guzzle in their robot modes, and they do look good together. I like the way these guys look. They make a good team. We got the armor personnel carriers with the tank. It looks good. It's time to get brawny. We have Titan's Return Titan Master Brawn. We have Titan Return Scout Class Brawn. Forgot he does have heel spurs. We've got Bumblebee Movie Brawn with his giant drill of doom. And we've got Studio Series 84 Brawn. And it is nice to see how Brawn really has stayed with the same design language across. You know, green limbs, yellow torso, boxy. I know the Cybertronian one's a little bit rounder, but that was him going for like a Cybertronian, you know, alien look. And it just still, it's a shame we never got a proper Titan Master Brawn body, but you know, we do have the little cool flying vehicle thing here. So of course we've got Titan Return Brawn, the head with his vehicle. We're gonna tuck that in there and he's gonna become this little Jeep thing. Then we've got the Scout Class one. Then we've got the Bumblebee one. Stick that back on there, and I forgot canopy bit right there. And here is the Studio Series Movie one. Again, it's nice to see how they've stayed keeping them as like this big bulky Jeep kind of, well, not big, but you know, small bulky Jeep thing, the exception of the Bumblebee one, which is the old Cybertronian alien. It's also noticeable that in the Cybertronian alien one, they went all yellow in vehicle mode as opposed to predominantly green. That is interesting. Okay, so I've got original G1 RatTrap. We've got the Transmetal 2 RatTrap. Come on, you little. There we go. We've got the 30th anniversary RatTrap, and then we got the Kingdom Wars RatTrap. And really, they all got their benefits, they've all got their good things, they've all got their bad things, but they're all really decent figures, you know. The old Beast Wars one was good because he was a rat for the time, and then you got the upgraded one with good posability. You got the 30th anniversary one. This one's pretty much the masterpiece one. And then you got the little Scout class, Scout size one that scales really well with all the other Beast Wars characters from any of the lines. So let's go ahead and check them out in Rat mode. We have here the original Beast Wars RatTrap Basic. We have Deluxe Transmetal RatTrap. We have the Thrilling 30 RatTrap, and we have the little small boy RatTrap. You know, for options for rats, we got a lot of good options. We got the cute, chubby, cartoonish one that has the spring-loaded gimmick. We got the cool mechanized one with a vehicle mode. We've got the highly articulated, nice and strong and bulky, sinewy one. And then we got the cute little small one that looks, you know, kind of more realistic than the other and scales really well with the other guys. So, yeah, we got a lot of rats here. Okay, so I've got the reissue of the Beast Wars Cheetor. I have my actual original Transmetal 2 Cheetor. We've got the Kingdom Wars Cheetor mold as Night Stalker. And we've got the Kingdom Wars Tigertron. And really, if you could afford only one of them, I'd go for the Tigertron. You can get him in different colors, actually. They made an orange one of him, so you can pretend it's a bigger version of Cheetor. The old Cheetor holds up incredibly well. Transmetal 2 one is still pretty cool, and the Kingdom War Deluxe one is pretty cool also, but, yeah, that boy the best one. We've got the reissue Beast Wars Cheetor. We've got the Transmetal 2 Cheetor. We've got the Kingdom Wars Panthera, which is also Cheetor. And we've got Voyager Tigertron, which you can get in orange and pretend is Cheetor. They're all cool, but really, yeah, the best one is going to be the Voyager one.